hold on to your seats, because what just unfolded in Davos might be the single most brilliant geopolitical power move of the decade. While the dying legacy media was busy pearl-clutching over Trump's so-called aggression, the president just pulled off a masterclass in negotiation that has Wall Street celebrating, NATO scrambling, and Denmark realizing they've been playing checkers while Trump was playing 4D chess.
Stick them to the very end of this video because we're going to find out everything you need to know about how Trump operates on the world stage versus the weak-kneed establishment politicians who came before him, and how Trump not only didn't back down, he won. Hey gang, it's me, Christopher Reynolds, your patron professor, celebrating yet another day in Trump's golden age that you made possible back in November 2025. So, if you want a front row seat on how you continue to change the world in ways you never even imagined, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. For weeks, the legacy media has been in full meltdown mode. Trump wants Greenland. He's threatening tariffs. He won't rule out military force. Trump is destroying NATO. He's alienating our allies. On and on and on they wail. Denmark was furious. France's Macron was lecturing us about sovereignty. The European Union was threatening their own trade bazooka, whatever that means. And for a moment, it looked as if investors were actually buying into this nonsense. So on Tuesday, markets tanked. The S&P 500 had its worst day since October. The media narrative was set. Trump's Greenland obsession was destabilizing America, destroying our alliances, and proving he was an unhinged dictator wannabe. And then Wednesday happened. Trump arrived in Davos, the belly of the globalist beast. They actually rolled out the red carpet for him, literally. And then he walked into a room with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte and emerged with something nobody in the clueless, pathetic, irrelevant legacy media ever imagined possible.
Mr. President, how did you do the deal? Come and tell us how you did the deal, sir.
Well, it's a good deal, fair deal for everybody. I think it's a very good deal.
Can you give us more details about the deal?
No, it's a great deal for everybody.
Will there be an acquisition? Greenland remain Danish for the Danes in Greenland? Will there be an acquisition?
No, I think they're going to be very happy. It's a great deal for everybody.
Will Greenland remain Danish?
Deal, sir. Could you explain it to us? Could you come and give us a word? The world wants to know how you did the deal, sir.
It'll be explained, but it's a really good deal for everybody.
Do you still plan to acquire Greenland?
Really good.
Is it a win for America?
Are the tariffs off the table completely now, sir? Can the people of the UK rest assured the deal's gone?
Based on the fact that it looks like we...
Within hours, Trump posted the True Social quote based upon a very productive meeting that I've had with Secretary General of NATO Mark Rutte. Based upon this understanding, I will not be imposing the tariffs that were scheduled to go into effect on February 1st. Additional discussions are being held concerning the Golden Dome as it pertains to Greenland. Further information will be made available as discussions progress. Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, and various others as needed will be responsible for the negotiations, and they will report directly to me. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Wall Street's response, an absolute moonshot. The S&P 500 surge, its biggest one-day gain in 2 months. The Dow jumped 588 points. The Nasdaq exploded upward. Regional banks hit record highs. It was a $2 trillion wealth creation event in a single afternoon. So, what's actually in the deal? Well, true to form, Trump is keeping his cards close. But what we know is absolutely game-changing. First and foremost, this is not just about Greenland. We've been talking about this for months now. So, if you haven't already done so, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. You'll be on the cutting edge of societal evolution, as Rush used to say. Trump explicitly said that the framework covers the entire Arctic region. That's millions of square miles of strategic territory where Russia and China have already been making very aggressive moves for years. Second, Trump revealed to CNBC that the deal involves 3 critical components: mineral rights, the Golden Dome missile defense system, and American sovereignty over security arrangements that will last. In Trump's words, quote, forever. So let's break down why each of these matters. So first, the minerals. Greenland sits on 1.5 million tons of rare earth minerals, the 8th largest reserve in the world. Rare earth elements are absolutely critical for semiconductors, AI systems, fighter jets, smartphones, electric vehicles, and advanced weapon systems. And right now, China controls nearly the entire global supply chain. They mine it, they process it, they weaponize it. When China wants to punish a country, they simply cut off rare earth exports. It's economic warfare in its purest form. Trump's framework reportedly gives the United States and its European partners access to Greenland's mineral wealth, which is a direct body blow to Beijing's monopoly, and a massive strategic win for American technology and defense industries. Second, the Golden Dome, which is arguably the most ambitious defense project since Ronald Reagan's Strategic Defense Initiative. It's a multi-layered missile defense shield designed to protect the entire United States from hypersonic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, and advanced cruise missiles. And Greenland is absolutely critical precisely because of its geography. It sits directly in the flight path of any ICBM launch from Russia or China towards the United States, and experts are unanimously explicit. Deploying Golden Dome interceptors in Greenland creates a much larger buffer for detecting and intercepting incoming nuclear missiles than anywhere on the US mainland. But it's the last provision, the permanence of this arrangement, that's the most shocking of them all. You know, the same nefarious, corrupt forces that have infested Minnesota's government have been eating away at your savings now for years at a federal level. Now, of course, we're talking about inflation, where reckless Federal Reserve policies have been relentlessly devaluing our dollars for decades. Here's a not-so-fun fact for you. Whatever money you had saved up in 2020 has already lost 22% of its value. There are riots over in Tehran over things like this, gang. Your savings didn't shrink. They got robbed slowly and quietly by the hidden tax called inflation. And here's what makes this explosive. Most Americans have 100% of their retirement tied to paper assets, all dependent on a system that just keeps printing more dollars. But thankfully, there's a way to protect what you've worked so hard to build. And that's with physical gold and silver. And that's why I turned to Augusta Precious Metals, the absolute best in the business. Augusta Precious Metals has been helping Americans diversify with physical gold for over a decade. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, thousands of satisfied customers, and unmatched transparency. I cannot recommend them enough. Go to turlibby'sgold.com right now or text Turley to 35052 to get their free information guide. And here's what you need to understand. This isn't about liquidating everything. This is about repositioning a portion of your savings. This stays inside your IRA or your 401k. No taxes, no penalties. As the best and clear leader in their field with my seal of approval, Augusta Precious Metals makes it simple. It starts with that free guide, then a one-on-one educational call. No obligation, no pressure. They're patriots just like us. You're going to love chatting with them. This is about stability, clarity, and a plan that makes sense in a world that feels increasingly chaotic. Augusta Precious Metals, the best at what they do, the ones I trust, and the ones I recommend to you. Go to turlibsgold.com or text Turley to 35052. That's 35052 and get your free guide today.